Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to go over how to find phone numbers for a specific neighborhood to make calls. Below this video in the description there's a link that shows how to find neighborhood boundaries. I recommend watching that if you don't know how to do that, because you're going to need to know what the neighborhood boundaries are before you can go in here to these systems and designate on the map where you want to pull numbers from. What it's going to do is it's going to have a map that comes up, and you're going to be able to draw in coordinates around a particular neighborhood to pull phone numbers. I've already pre-selected a neighborhood for this video. It's called Meadowood. It's in Aurora, Colorado, and that's what I'm going to use for this video. So the first resource that you can use, and this will be a little cheaper for you, is Mojo Sells. So it's www.mojosells.com. This is also what I recommend using for your power dialer. You can call for sale by owners with this. You can call expired listings. You can call your sphere of influence. You can put any phone numbers or any list of people in here that you want and use the dialer. The dialer is $150 a month. Probably one of the best investments that you can make in real estate, because you're going to be able to make more contacts in a shorter period of time. It's a great system. And the cool thing about this system is there's also an area in here where you can buy phone numbers. And I want to show you how to do that. So you're going to, if you haven't created a Mojo account already, you're going to have to go to mojosells.com and do that. Assuming you've created an account and you're using their dialer, you can go in here and buy leads. So it's very easy to do. Up here at the top, once you've logged in, there's going to be an icon that says Lead Store. If you click on that, it's going to let you do neighborhood search. Okay. The pricing, I believe, is $75 for 3 months as of today's date, which is November of 2016. So yeah, $75 for 3 months, plus a half of a free month, or you can just do 1 month at a time for $25. I mean, honestly, if you guys really want to take this cold calling thing seriously, you can go in and get a month and just download tons and tons of numbers over the course of that month and then cancel your account. But obviously a year later, some of those numbers will have changed. You can also buy FSBO leads in here. You can buy expired leads in here as well. I prefer to use other systems for this data, but it's probably decent. The neighborhood search, though, in terms of price, it's going to be a little cheaper than the other system I recommend, which is ColeRealtyResource.com. I'm going to go through that in a second. So anyway, once you've created this, I'm not going to pay for it because I don't use this system to pull phone numbers. I've decided to use a different system. You're just going to go to Buy Now, and it's going to basically allow you to go in here and search boundaries of a neighborhood. And it's going to pull out numbers of that neighborhood and actually allow you to automatically put them into Mojo Sells and be able to start calling them right away. It's much more quick than the other process I'm about to go through. If you have any difficulty with this, contact Mojo Sells. They have a support number. They'll be happy to help you with it, or I'm sure they have videos on their website that can help you find the tutorial video that you're looking for. So the system that I use, and if you're new, I think Mojo Sells is great. There's nothing wrong with it. I had good experience with the phone numbers in here, so it's up to you what you want to use. But what I use currently is called Cole Realty Resource. I'm going to give you my login information, okay? It's J Crocker 123, and this, if you're watching this video in 2020, this may not work anymore, so you're gonna have to create your own account. This system is about, I think it's like $900 a year, so it's a lot more expensive. And honestly, the data is really not that much better. If I could go back, I probably would not have purchased this. I was told that their data was really good, but I don't really notice it as being much better than Mojo Sells. So you can try this and see if it works. J Crocker 123, and the password is the number 1000, so 1000 deals, DEALS, all lowercase. Okay, make sure you click this box right here, otherwise it's not going to work. Click login, and it's going to take you to this screen. When you get in here, you're not going to use any of this other stuff. Don't call cell phones, you guys. And on that note, I want to make you all aware of the fact that there is a do not call list. Now, whether or not you want to screen numbers to the do not call list is your decision. It's your business. This is what we do is kind of a gray area thing. I haven't had any problems with calling neighborhoods, but if someone does complain about you, they can fine you for it. And that's something that you're going to want to do your due diligence on and research. I personally am not going to give you advice on what to do in that regard. It's your business. You can run it how you choose. So neighborhood search. So what it wants you to do in here is put in an address of some kind, and if it's not written in here correctly, it's not going to give you a result. You always want to check this confirmed homeowner spot right here because they've been confirmed homeowners. You don't really want to call renters, okay? So I'm going to find an address. I have a neighborhood that I'm using here, so I'm going to do East Colgate Drive. You got to type in the direction a lot of times, otherwise it won't work. Okay, let's see if I get any results here. And I did. So I got a few results, which is good. So I don't want to use these results. The whole point of typing in the address is to be able to pull up the map. It's going to pull up a map around that area. So once I've gotten this part to work, and sometimes you have to kind of play around with it a little bit to get a result. But once you get this list that appears at the bottom, you're going to go to map search. When you get to map search, it's going to pull up a map, okay? Obviously. And this little pinpoint here is the address that I searched. So I already know the boundaries of the neighborhood that I'm gonna draw in here. And again, watch the video, link below this video in the description to find out how to find neighborhood boundaries if you don't know how to do that already. So what I need to do is go to the top here and go to freeform plotting. And once I've clicked that, it's going to allow me to go in here and click the boundaries. So I'm going to click here. It's going to draw this. I'm going to click here. I'm going to get another one. I'm going to click here. I'm going to click here. And as you can see, I'm just going around this neighborhood. Okay, so those are the neighborhood boundaries, all right? Now I'm going to click View Available Prospects. It's going to take a second usually. So you can see here that I have 1,376 records, okay? Now, oftentimes the system won't allow you to download more than 1,500 at once. So what you want to do is just narrow down the ones that have phone numbers. As you can see, if you look on this list here, these are the phone numbers. A lot of them don't have phone numbers. So click the phone area. This is just going to sort it. I clicked it once. Now I got nothing on these. I'm going to click it again. This is the bottom of the list without phone numbers. I'm going to click it again, and it's going to bring up only the records with phone numbers. So there are you can see if I scroll down, none of these are blank. So you can see there are multiple pages here. I'm going to go to page 5. I'm still getting numbers here. I'm going to go to page 8. I got nothing on this one. So the numbers stop on, okay, page 7. Let's see at the top of page 7. I have nothing. Let's look at page 6. Okay, so the numbers go all the way to about the middle of page 6, okay? As you can see. So all pages 1 through 6 all have phone numbers. So what I'm going to do up here is when I'm going to export this, I'm going to do pages. And I'm just going to type in 1-6, which stands for 1 through 6. I'm going to download it to my computer. Make sure that you select CSV format. Okay, and then I'm going to download it. There it goes. So it's going to download a CSV file for you. Once you have downloaded that CSV file, you're going to want to upload those numbers into your dialer. And I'm not going to go through that in this video. That's going to be the purpose of another video that I'm going to create. But once you've uploaded them into your dialer, which I recommend using Mojo Cells, you'll be good to start dialing the phone numbers and you'll be good to go. There'll be another video that I'm going to create that shows how to import the numbers into the dialer. But this explains how to obtain the phone numbers. So you can either use Mojo Cells, you can use Cole Realty Resource, and there are a lot of other systems that can do this as well. Those are just the two that I've used. I've had good experience with both of them, but Mojo Cells is going to be a little cheaper for new agents. If you do not have a power dialer that will dial multiple lines at one time, don't even bother cold calling people on the phone. You're just going to want to knock on their doors instead. If you can afford $150 a month, I highly recommend it, not only for cold calling, but for calling your sphere of influence, for calling for sale by owners, calling expired listings, pretty much calling anyone where you're going to have some kind of list. If you don't have a power dialer, that's really going to hurt your business, in my opinion. And if you don't have it and you want to cold call, you're going to have to knock on doors, because to sit there and dial numbers by hand, the time investment is going to be a lot larger than using a dialer that will dial 3 lines at a time for you. So that's how to get phone numbers, you guys. I hope you found this video useful. Have a great day, and I wish everybody continued success.